Welcome to the Freelance Teacher Sports Podcast. There was, in the past couple of days, what will probably be one of the biggest sports tragedies, and I think has become instantly the most intense, most tragic what if story in baseball of all time, where you have the tragic death of Jose Fernandez, a right-handed pitcher for the Miami Marlins, formerly Florida Marlins. And you have a career cut short that was just about going to be one of the most electric and fantastic starting pitching careers in the majors. Fernandez was a strikeout artist. He had pitched 180 innings this season and had 253 strikeouts, which is 12 plus strikeouts per 9 innings. That means every night he goes out there, you're probably going to see close to or double-digit strikeouts. And if he pitches a complete game and has his A game on, you're going to see wizardry and amazing stuff that would make the top hitters on the planet look bad. One thing that was really amazing about Fernandez was that being a right-handed pitcher, he came in as a rookie and instantly dominated. Now, it happens sometimes. You have these kinds of things. But when you start talking about who comes in as a right-handed pitcher and has those kind of strikeout numbers and dominates so instantly, you're talking about somebody like Tom Seaver came into the league and was instantly all-star level caliber, right? And when you go down the list of people who came in, I mean, even someone like Catfish Hunter, you look at his statistics, and he wasn't a strikeout artist by any means, but he was a really good pitcher. But he came into the majors, and he took a couple of years to get rolling. And Fernandez was not that. He came in and instantly dominated. He had to sit out for what was effectively a season because of, I believe he had Tommy John surgery. And then, it's always a little bit of roll of the dice when someone comes back, but he came back and arguably was better. He 16 wins this year, had not yet reached 200 innings, would probably have had 2 or 3 more starts, would have cracked 200 innings, would have somewhere had in the neighborhood of 280 strikeouts. And to be, he was 24, to be so young is almost unheard of. You'll see scary left-handed people come out and blow people away, sometimes out of the bullpen, out of the starting staffs. You'll have someone like Randy Johnson, who was scary and intimidating and a strikeout monster from the get-go, but didn't know how to pitch till he was in his late 20s. And you have people out of the bullpen. You have Aroldis Chapman bringing it in there over 100 miles an hour, but again, he comes in and pitches to 3 batters and is a left-handed pitcher, which is less common. So Fernandez as a starter and a right-hander was I think a rare breed, and someone who at such a young age was able to do what he does. You look at some other people in the majors, right-handed, who come and do what he does, someone like Max Scherzer, but look at Scherzer's early record with the Diamondbacks. It was feeling his way, and he goes to the Tigers and manages to put it all together. But Fernandez had it together from the start. Very rare, extremely fun to watch. Very young, a pure pitcher, was basically able to do what he wanted at the highest level, and that's rare. The other tragedies, Herb Score was hit in the face. Gil McDougald of the Yankees slapped a baseball off his bat, and it hit Herb Score over his eye and his head, right on his face, and it ended Score's career as a monster pitcher. He came back, but he wasn't even close. Ken Hubbs was killed in a plane crash, really young, played for the Cubs, was a young up-and-coming star. A couple other things that you can find like that, where people's careers were cut short, but the Fernandez boating accident where his life was taken was awful. So you have what I think is now, probably in baseball, you'd have to make an argument about other sports, but in terms of the most tragic what if, like, you don't want to have to say what if, that it will ever be the case in Major League Baseball. Fernandez is it. You have other people dying mid-season. Thurman Munson I came to mind when I heard of this, but he was on the back nine of his career. Roberto Clemente already had 3,000 hits. He didn't have but a few seasons left. This is not that those aren't tragic, but this is doubly tragic because of Fernandez's age. He finished his career with a winning percentage just under 700. He had a 691 career winning percentage. That's Whitey Ford caliber winning percentage. And he was just getting started. So what could he have been? The first person I think of is Pedro Martinez. And I also think of someone like John Smoltz. So the Martinez-Smoltz comparison, I think, is apt. Arguably, he could have been better than either one. Smoltz took a while to get started. Pedro Martinez, same thing. He got going a little bit faster, but then was a little bit more fragile. And that's what the major leagues lost, right? That's what Fernandez was. And I think that those two guys are the closest that I can think of that the Florida franchise lost. And they had probably a 200-game winner and a guy who was going to rack up 3,000 strikeouts. So take a look at Fernandez's numbers, take a look at his career, watch the highlights of him on YouTube, and you'll watch a young master, a young strikeout artist, a young winner cut down in his prime. This is the Freelance Teacher. Talk to you next time.